Good morning, citizens. Welcome to my channel. I'm Vospec, and if you're here, you probably want to know about rock mining in 319. I want to show you guys some mid-level to advanced tips. I'm going to make this as fast as I can, and also let you guys know about some interesting new changes in 319 that is going to change up the game for a lot of rock miners. So, first thing, Hadanite has been the bread and butter for many a rock miner for a while now, and the best place to find it has been on Daymar recently, and that's still the case. But Hadanite might not be the thing that you want as much anymore, and I'll show you why. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to get into the daylight side of the planet here. Now, the first thing you got to do, looking for these gem deposits, is figure out some scanning techniques. If you haven't done much scanning, you can hit V. That will enter you into scanning mode. Now, once you're in scanning mode, you can use your mouse wheel to kind of widen or narrow your scanning field. The widest that you can go will find stuff that's everywhere around you. And then to send your scan out, you hit tab. And there you go. We've got 3 hits. So let's look over at this one first. So we got these 2 over here. Now, what you can see is that there's this RS signature on the right, and it gives you a number. This one's 9300. Now, I can narrow this beam, and I can send out another tab, and now I can see, oh, okay, that's a very clustered deposit. Another thing is that for a while now, people have figured out that the gems will give you a number that's a multiple of 620, I believe. Now, what that means is, for me at least, I don't figure out every multiple, but it's pretty obvious if something ends in a 50, then it's definitely not going to be gems. So anyway, we found these. This is what I like. This is Aphorite, and we've got a whole bunch of it. Now, I'll tell you later on why I love this stuff. That's probably good. I always turn the engines off. And then just out of habit, I put full power to shields, and that's just hold down F7. F7 will put full power to shields, F6 will put full power to engines, and F5 will put full power to guns. And if you want to reset them all back to balanced, you just tap F8. But I find whenever I'm parked, I just really want to make sure that my shields are up, and I don't like having my engines on because you can be seen much further away when somebody else is flying around. And one thing that rock miners do not want is company. We are solo miners. You know what, though, before I do this, I am noticing something else that I need to take care of. Let me get out of here. That big red thing on the bottom. Alright, so that's actually, wow, I've been hungry in a really long time, but that's a hunger meter. And I happen to have just a little bit of, what do I have here? Beef chunks, ready meal. So let's take our helmet off. Let's get our beef chunks ready. Can't work on an empty stomach, guys. Alright. Next up, make sure you have that helmet on. So we get back into our rock. Oh, looks like I had a little bit of a rough exit. Might have damaged my vehicle a little bit, but it should be fine. Okay. Now, where'd they go? There they are. So one thing, if you guys have rocks or not, one thing to be aware of is that it takes a real long time for these wheels to turn. So sometimes you might want to hold down one side or the other and wait for the wheels to get where you want them to be before you start moving forward. It's just something you got to get used to. All right, we got a lot of these guys. So what's awesome about Aphorite is it is less. You do get less money than Hadanite, but not by much, and it is way easier to break these rocks. Now, also in the new rock mining, you need to hold down the Alt key in order to be able to dial up the charge level with your mouse wheel. Once I get into the green, I turn it off, and then I turn it back on, and I go up one. I usually just swipe up one time on the mouse wheel. It's a little bit off that time, but I'll show you guys again on the next one. And after you do that, it usually puts you pretty much right where you want to be, and you can just, you know, minute scrolls up and down to keep it in the middle. Switch over to collection mode, and it's always a crapshoot with this, like how long it's going to take for these things to start collecting. One trick I have found that works is to shut the laser off and then just turn it right back on, and that tends to snap them out of, you know, whatever issues they're having. What I do is I usually just bring it up to 100, get it up to that green zone as fast as I can, and shut it off, and then turn it right back on, dial up one scroll. Now, these are incredibly reliable rocks, these Aphorites. They are not fickle, they don't give you issues. You get them in range, and they'll crack, and they'll behave, and they'll do what you want. Hadanite has become a fickle mistress, and I will show you guys that in a minute. Now, you definitely don't want it to get into the red, and if it does get into the red, you hope it doesn't go by much. One thing I will tell you is that if you end up getting a rock into the red and you know that it's going to break before the red dial goes away, you better reverse and accelerate as far as you can away from it as fast as you can, because this will disable your rock. It's happened to me a few times on the 319 build, and it's always with Hadonite. So just be aware that sometimes you may have to make a quick escape, and, you know, just hit that S button. And that's about, I would say, here is where you're safe. I wouldn't be any closer. I would get away. But this is reminding me of one of the things that is constantly on my mind, and that's when's the next 30K gonna happen. And let me show you guys a little trick. You know, it doesn't save you a whole lot of money, but at least in 319 at the moment, if a 30K happens, you lose your ship and your rock and everything in it. But you end up keeping your stuff that you have on you. So, like my gun on my back, everything like that. So what I do is I fill up my backpack. Right now I have a medium backpack, so I can get 85 of these guys in here. Now I wish I had a faster way of doing this. I really do. If anybody has any tips on how to make this, you know, go a little faster, I'm all ears. But right now, I just get myself up to, you know, 85. I guess I'll do that a couple times. Oh, shoot. Oh, did I just drop a bunch of stuff? Hold on. I did. Alright, that was stupid. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so what I need is 45 more. Now, this is just 30K insurance for myself, because there's so many times that I've hit a 30K and I've been like, oh, my thing was like filled with Hadanite and I didn't get any of it. And the truth is, you can keep some of it as long as you have it in your backpack or on your person. Anyway, that's my 30K insurance right now. I got 85 Aphorite in my backpack. And let's get back to sucking up all these things. Once I'm done, I will find some Hadanite and I'll show you guys the fickleness of the Hadonite and what you can do to circumvent some of the issues that it gives you. And just we'll fast forward to that now. All right, that's all done. All right, losing daylight. Let's get out of here. Find some Hadanite. Another tip is that for some reason in 319, the mining outposts don't recognize my rock in my ship. So what I do is I basically just move everything out of the rock and just put it straight into the Mercury Star Runner. So now I've got 85 Aphorite in my backpack and whatever I just put into the Mercury Star Runner of Aphorite. Let's go find some Hadanite. Now, I hate mining in the dark, so we're going to take off and find a jump point just on the opposite side of the planet here. Alright. Alright, we already got some pings. Let's just see. We got really lucky last time. Alright, this one, that's hard to tell. I can't tell. It's definitely not, let's see, 4340? That could be. Let's send a closer scan. Oh, that's definitely what we want. So these little clusters of, like, you know, a tiny little cluster. If you see, like, clusters of white but spaced out a little bit, those are all going to be big rocks. But if you see a bunch kind of condensed into one spot, you know that you're looking at exactly what you want. And what I usually do is, I know you can scan them, but what I usually do at this point is I just make sure I'm still, and I just hold down F and I scroll forward, and there's the Hadanite, that pink color is Hadanite. Green is Dolivine, and purple, which we just did, was the Aphorite. So this is going to be a great example. Man, we got this. We found both of these deposits super fast. That's definitely not always the case, but generally, I would say that there's a lot more Aphorite. Probably the most abundant thing on Daymar is probably Aphorite, seconded by Hadanite, and then the Dolivine. All right, let me go show you why I'm not too thrilled about mining Hadanite these days. There we go. And we are off. Okay. See how quickly we can show you guys the issues.
Extraction mode on. Mining mode on.
Alright.
Mode on.
So, I'm going to start trying to bring up the thing here. So far, this one seems to be cooperating. Do the same thing. We're going to stop it. Wait till it drops a little bit, and then turn it back on. And this one took like barely half a swipe up to get it up there. So already need to be more delicate with it. But not a bad first rock. That one worked out. Let's just clean up after ourselves here. Okay, we can get some of those guys that are hiding behind that rock. This guy. Alright. Okay. Now, this one, as you can see, isn't giving us any reaction at all. Hardly any. You could spend a lot of time on this guy trying to find the right angle, blah, blah, blah. That's not what's going to make it work. You just have to move on to the next one, trust me. It's just some kind of a new feature, or I don't think it's a bug. It seems very intentional. But some of them will just not react, and you need to move on to another one. Oh, there's another one. See how it acts like it's maybe barely going to do something, but it won't. Just move on to the next one. Don't waste your time. Eventually, they'll become just as easy as the Aphorite, but you have to do them in a specific order or something. It's definitely not like you're hitting it in the wrong spot. It's just that rock isn't going to work for you at that moment, and so you just move on and find a different one. And you can even go back and see, like, oh, is it updated now? Is it going to work now? Doesn't seem like it. All right, let's move on to this one over here. Again, yep, still causing issues. So maybe that means now we got to move to this guy. See, it's like the Hadanite just is it's a very fickle thing right now. Okay, so it's this one. This is the one that wants to break now. And after this one, one of the other ones will definitely be a lot easier too. This one wants to be in the 40s, 30 to 40% range, which is really high considering compared to most of them. Let's see what this guy wants. Are you ready to be cracked? Yeah, now this one's going to be easy as hell. Again.
Power critical.
And honestly, this is the spot where this is all just finesse and personal preference. You crack your rock exactly how you want to crack your rock. This is all finesse and nuance as far as manipulating the laser beam once you're in the green zone. I'll let you guys all figure out your own special techniques, but mine is get it up into the green as fast as possible. Not you. Get it up into the green as fast as possible, and then oh, what is going on here? You know, let's collect some stuff here. Let's collect some stuff here. Maybe they just need a second to chill out. Again, just fickle. Just doesn't want to do it. All right, let's try this guy in the back. I think maybe he was interested. Oh, no, doesn't want to do it. Let's see. I mean, like, at this point, I would probably just be like, okay, I'm happy with what I've got. Oh, no, now this one wants to go. Oh, he's going to take his time, though. So, this is another example. So this might also happen, where it might go really slow, and then once it gets into the green, becomes extremely volatile, and then it'll just drop all the way down, and you won't be able to give it any charge. So let's see if it does that this time, because that's one of the more annoying fickle things that Hadanite does right now, is that it will take a long time to charge, and then it'll just say, nope, you're not allowed to do this one at all anymore, and kind of trick you. See, look at that, it just jumped so fast. And now I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm gonna try to keep it in that green, but it wants to explode on me so bad. This is the kind of danger rock I was talking about. If you see that get into the red and you don't have enough time to slow it down, you just hit S and you just hope that you don't have your ship behind you. Speaking of, yeah, that would have been bad. So maybe position yourself so that your ship is not directly behind you when you're doing these things. I'm gonna keep my own advice here, even though I only have one left. Better not get cocky. Okay. But as you can see, the Aphorite gave us no issues. The Hadanite, on the other hand, is and this has been one of the least annoying batches I've seen. But also, it seems like they also occur. Hadanite seems to occur in smaller batches than the Aphorite. I would say Aphorite. I mean, you'll see like 10 of these things, and with Hadanite, I'll see like 6 or 7. But yeah, with the Aphorite, you'll see like 10, 14. And they really do not cost that much different as far as price when you're selling them. So quantity and ease of being able to pick them up fast, Aphorite right now to me is kind of like my bread and butter. But I won't turn down a Hadanite deposit now that I know how to circumnavigate some of these issues that it's been giving us, and hopefully some of these tips will help you too. So let me clean these up, I'll sell them, and then we'll let you know how much money we made off these 2 deposits on Daymar, and then you guys will all be better miners for it. Oh, alright, maybe I overestimated our clearance. Nope, barely made it. We barely made it. Ugh. Oh, almost forgot to put my laser away. We made it in here. First things first, let's close up the ramp. And let's transfer over everything that we just collected into the ship. So we've got 186 Hadanite, we've got 320 Aphorite, and another 85 Aphorite in my backpack. So, Daymar has 2 Shubin mining facilities. They're pretty much on opposite ends of the planet, so when one is in daylight, the other one is usually in darkness. Alright, so we're really close to this one, we're just going to fly straight to it. Oh, look at this carnage. Okay, so also what you want to look out for is a building with the red little towery thing. I'm looking at it right now. Any mining post you're at, that will be the storage building where you can sell your gems. So let's go see what we made. Just out of habit, I like to close the ramp of my ship so that nobody else can run in, gank my stuff. And you can also tell where you're at by the signage, so storage. That is what you're looking for. Alright. Made it to the commodity shop. Start with the... Alright, so Hadanite, 186 units for 51k. Let's see what 186 units would be. So it would be about 30k versus 50k. So as far as that. So, but we made 48k. So basically, we already made 100,000 already, and we also still have what's in my backpack. Which one is it? So there you go. 113,000. And just to wrap this all up, what I will do at this point is jump in my ship because I've made a lot of money and I don't want to lose my ship or my rock to a 30k. So what I do is I jump in, I fly into the distance, and I find a nice quiet place on the planet to stop, and I log out. That makes me ready to go on Daymar already, and this has all happened on Daymar, so I haven't found... There might be places where you can sell this stuff for more, but the quickness of being able to mine and sell on the same planet and then log in, log out in your ship on the surface saves a lot of time. This is kind of the most fun part for me. Once I've made a lot of money, I get to go find somewhere really cool to go camp out. Alright, this will be fine for now. Alright, so... And then, time to take a nap. Reward myself for all my hard work. And that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Take it easy, and don't you dare like and subscribe. Don't you dare. See you on the next one.